social media, Zoom. A Zoom meeting you can invite somebody to, right? The product can be a tool. Brochures can provide people with more information. You know, you have YouTube videos that can provide training, answer questions, a three-way chat or a three-way phone call with somebody else, right? Facebook groups. I mean, the list goes on and on. Here, I'm giving you some specific examples, but here's a short version. Anything that's not you. I'm going to ask you, when you get into inviting and presenting, to step out of the information business. You're better off to not give the facts. Let somebody else do it. Let something else do it. Let these things give the facts, because they'll respect and listen to these things more than they'll listen to you. You're going to get better results with these things than you are with you. Okay? Let me give you a couple examples. So, let's say you're 23 years old, you had 18 jobs, and you're talking to a 45-year-old successful corporate executive. Is there going to be some judgment in that conversation? Is it going to be hard for a 45-year-old to listen to a 23-year-old, no college education, 18-job kid? Super hard. So imagine that the presentation is behind me. You know, let's say the presentation is this circle, okay? That's the business. And I'm asking you, successful business person, to look at it. Can you see that circle? The answer is no. Why can't you see it? Because I'm in the way. You got to get out of the way and point. Introduce and point. Introduce and read. Introduce and tell stories. Right? Introduce and watch. Don't make yourself the issue. Get yourself out of the frame. Get yourself way over here and just to say, hey, go look at that thing over there. And if they ask you a question, stay out of the answer. Say, well, let's go find the answer. It must be on the website. Well, let's go find the answer. I think it's in that video. Well, let's go find the answer. I'm pretty sure it's in the comp plan brochure. I know I'm out of the shot. I want to be out of the shot. See what I'm saying? That's the point. Stay out of the shot. Because if it's all you, hey, I want to tell you about my business, la, 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 they're going, this clown. Let's say you're a homemaker, right? Hardest job in the world. The whole world's waking up to that fact during this situation. But if you're a homemaker, is it hard for a corporate executive sometimes to listen to you as a homemaker? Yes. So get yourself out of the way and just say, hey, it's not about me. Go look at this thing. I want to introduce you to this person. I want to show you that, add you to this Facebook group. I want you to watch this Zoom or check out this video or attend this online meeting or try out the product. Take yourself out of being the issue all the time, okay? Here's a rule. Write this down. If your lips are moving, you need to be pointing, reading, introducing, or telling a story. You don't get to give the facts if you want to have success. It took me 2 years to learn this. 2 years of me trying to be the expert, because I thought if I learned all the answers, then I was going to be successful. If I could get really, really skilled at having all the facts for my prospects, then I could have success. But you know what I found out? If I'm talking to somebody from a different ethnic background, they can't hear it from me sometimes. When I'm talking to a different gender, they can't hear it from me sometimes. If I'm talking to somebody younger or older than me, more successful or less successful, they can't hear it from me sometimes. I need to get out of the way. Point, read, introduce, tell stories, okay? So basically we're talking about, when it comes to third party, a tool or an event. You're inviting people to become educated from either a tool or an event. Two basic categories. Now that doesn't mean that you're never going to learn how to give the facts, but you're just going to get better success with your prospects. With your prospects. If you use a tool or an event. Okay? You're going to be inviting to one of those two things. Now later, tomorrow, we're going to be talking about presenting. And we're going to be talking about these different tools and events and doing the presentation in a way that works and duplicates. But we're also going to be talking about you becoming a tool for your team. You becoming the upline that they introduce their prospects to. It's okay for you to give the facts to your team's prospects, but just not your own. Make sense? You become the third party for your team. Just stay away from first party fact giving. Read, introduce, tell stories, right? Pointing, reading, introducing, tell stories. If people ask a question, let's go find the answer. They ask you another question, even if you know the answer, don't just, I'm glad you asked that question. Nope, let me show you the answer. You understand? So, this is really big because so many people struggle because they're inviting to sit down with you, and you become the expert fact giver, and it just doesn't hold much weight. It's hard. So, I would save you that pain. That's what 7 and 7 is all about, is to help you get past this, okay? This is gonna take some practice. We're gonna get where you need to go. But first thing I want you to understand is that your intention matters. When you're inviting, your intention matters. We are more like farmers than we are hunters. The amateurs in network marketing, they're walking around looking for prospects. You know, and if you've ever grown up in the country where they go deer hunting, the day deer hunting season opens, the deer know that they're being hunted, okay? So everybody in network marketing, they're walking around, I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get one. And the prospects are going, hey, I don't like how this feels. Farmers, on the other hand, they plant seeds, they're patient, they're caring, they're repetitive, they'll come back, they'll follow up, they'll pull the weeds out, they'll educate, they'll do what's necessary in order to be able to have a long-term result. So I want you to think of yourself more as a farmer than a hunter. And I talked about the goal. How do I get a new page without losing this one?
Just move up.
Move up or over?
Here.
This first? And then I move over? Look at how cool this is. So cool. Our goal.
Wait.
Oh.
Again.
I will. This one. Our goal is education. And understanding. That's our goal. And if that's your intention, you're going to win. You're not going to feel rejected. It's not going to feel weird. If your goal is to take every single person that you started with your list yesterday, and that's going to continue to be a living, breathing thing, every single person on your list, your goal is to that they become fully educated on the value of network marketing, the credibility of your company, the validity of your compensation plan, the efficacy and power of your products. That's your goal, is to become an ambassador to educate the world on those things you're good. You're good. So let me start by giving you some basic rules on inviting, okay? Basic rules on inviting. Rule number one. Rule number one. Drop my fancy pen. Rule number one. Be emotionally detached from the outcome. It's really important that you detach your emotions from the outcome. If your goal is education, stop being so worried. I mean, it's hard, I get it. When you join network marketing, you're just like, oh, man, I really want that person to look, and they don't even want to look. I really want that person to join me. Oh, if this person joined me, it'd just be unbelievable. And if they don't, you need to detach yourself from the outcome. The only outcome that you should be emotionally attached to is their education. That's the only one, okay? Not their signing, not their joining, it's their education. Number two, be yourself. Be yourself. It was fun, and look, I stepped into this also. I made this mistake also. I'd be my normal self, and then I'd start prospecting, and I'd get this different voice, and I'd start using words that I never use, and I'd be reading scripts that were not the natural way that I would say something. So be yourself, but be the best version of yourself. Okay? Be yourself, but be the best version of yourself, the brightest version of yourself, the shiniest version of yourself, the most optimistic version of yourself, the most excited version of yourself, okay? But still be you. It's really important. Number three, bring some passion. Even if you're introverted, I'm introverted too, but I can turn the passion on if I want to. And introverts, when you do turn on the passion, everybody stands up and takes notice. So bring some passion into this. Number four, urgency. It's really important that you approach this with a serious level of urgency. That we need to do this now. We need to move now. I need to show this to you as quickly as possible. I need to introduce you to this person as quickly as possible. I need to show you this, have you watch this Zoom, or I need you to check out this Facebook Live, or whatever it is. The product. Urgency, urgency, urgency. People are attracted to people who are in movement, right? Who have some urgency. If you act like you got all the time in the world, it's going to be really tough. Number five, strong posture. Strong posture. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I don't care what it takes, but you've got to, if you got to listen to some, is there a certain kind of music that's more helpful for you, that gets you pumped up? If there's a certain kind of music, listen to that music. If you need to skim through GoPro, or if you need to watch Rise the Entrepreneur to get your posture right about network marketing, watch an interview with Branson or Tony Robbins or whatever about network marketing, whatever it is, get yourself pumped up and put your shoulders back, put your chest out. I'm talking about emotionally, right? Your posture needs to be strength. Your posture needs to be that you're doing a service to the world. Your posture needs to be noble and an ambassador for network marketing when you're going out there, instead of apologetic, because most people fail in the invitation process because they're apologetic. On a subconscious level, they're saying, gosh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but if you have time, I know you're busy. And they're just apologize, 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 instead of, I have something, and being solid with it. Next is believe in your product, your service, your company, your compensation plan. Building belief around those things is really important, and exuding belief of those things is very important. And finally, have an abundance mindset. Just decide that there's an unlimited number of people. Not everybody needs to join. Not everybody needs to be a customer. Now's not the time for everybody, and that's okay. Some people just can't see it. They're literally blind to it because they got some other drama going on in their life. Other people just, they're overwhelmed right now. They're emotionally freaked out.